Okay, so uh, my kids are here, so if it's a little lot going on. um, anyways, I just posted something. I've been looking into some things as far as manipulation. I did, and I will admit, and I think this is like the biggest thing that people should, and I mean, you have to be able to do this if you want healing. I can admit that I may hold some traits, not intentionally, definitely not intentionally, but when you are conditioned and you live in the situation, you have to learn how to protect yourself. And I see it as that. I'm not blame shifting. I'm just saying that's pretty much how I see what is going on. It's a very minimal, but there are some things that maybe I should be adjusting as well as far as manipulation. It saves, I had to counteract and save my own life, you know what I mean? So but I can see it now. I can actually see it. So I want to be, thankful and grateful for that. The only person that I'm in competition with is myself, and I'm going to be better today than I was yesterday. So I will continue to work on things like that. But I posted something about manipulation because I think knowledge is power. I believe that the more that we understand what's going on, the more we can make better decisions. Hence, maybe I should make some changes. And like I said, it's to the minimum. It's not like I'm out here, manipulating people on purpose. It just might be a little bit built into me, unfortunately, because of the shit that I've gone through. So, but I was going through all the different things, and I was, really focused on I was guided to come on and talk about the fact that somebody's natural, normal behavior, somebody could be brainwashed into believing that that's actually them being manipulative. And that is kind of a scary thing, that somebody's actual, kindness can be seen as love bombing, or somebody's actual, concern could see, or trauma bonding somebody that has a similar situation. We all go into therapy groups and things for support, but really, is that just trauma bonding? Or people can turn it into that, as a weapon. They can weaponize, normal behavior as something that is a manipulation tactic, when in all reality, it's just their way of manipulating people. So I'm kind of delving into that a little bit, trying to understand a little bit better, how I may still have some issues that I might need to, take care of, but also to be very much aware of what's going on around me. I'm a very observant person, and manipulators don't like people that have, high perception, that can kind of see through what's going on, that can kind of navigate around the situation. As, example, if somebody's trying to gaslight me, I can almost spot it immediately and just remove myself from the situation. But that also, which I didn't even know until today, because I'm really good at just removing myself from the situation, that can be seen as manipulation. Removing yourself from the situation and, pouting until you get what you want. But that's never how it's been for me. But it could be portrayed that way, which I think is very interesting. I remove myself from the situation so I can reground and gain composure and make sure that I don't give the reaction that they're expecting or that they're depending on to continue to falsify my identity, basically. So I don't know. I thought it was really good information, but there is no black and white. There is a gray area where I do think that it could be weaponized, brainwashing, making somebody believe that somebody is a manipulator, when in all reality, that is not that's not their character. It's not who they are. And any of the unfortunate, passed on or projected things that have been done could be, seen as a manipulation. And that's all a very real thing. So I don't know. I just wanted to make this be known that I'm still working on me. I still got work to do. There goes my kid running around. And it's, like I said, it's definitely something to look into. But I think the most important thing is still going to be to follow your instinct. To don't just read something and say, oh, well, that's what it is. Use your intuition. Use your instinct. That's what's going to determine, But don't don't rush into thinking something just because, don't judge a book by its cover. Love and light.